What's up guys? As long-term viewers would know, airsoft is completely illegal in Australia. We do have two other options in skirmish sports though, which are gel ball blasters and Nerf blasters. In this video today, I'm going to be comparing this Nerf blaster called the ZWQ S100, which is available on online stores like Monkey Mods, and I'll be comparing it against this gel blaster. To keep things equal, both of these shoot the same exact muzzle velocity of 300 feet per second over a chronograph. But let's begin with explaining what projectiles these two types of blasters shoot. Gel balls come as a dehydrated polymer sphere, typically in packs of 10,000. You submerge them in water for around 4 hours. The gel balls absorb the water and then grow to a diameter of around 7 to 7.5 millimeters depending on type, and all of them have a similar weight of around 0.2 grams. Gel balls are single use only, exploding on impact, and they also biodegrade. At 300 feet per second, a 0.2 gram gel ball has 0.83 joules of energy. The most commonly used Nerf darts in a skirmish setting are half-length darts, such as these worker darts, which come in packs of 200. They have an outer diameter of just under 13 millimeters, and they weigh 1 gram each, which makes them 5 times heavier than a gel ball. Nerf darts are reusable and they also don't biodegrade, so it's common practice at the end of a skirmish to go around and pick up all of the Nerf darts at the end of the day. At 300 feet per second, a 1 gram Nerf dart has 4.16 joules of energy. This is 5 times the energy of a gel ball, and this is why Nerf darts at an identical velocity will actually hurt more than a gel ball does. Because of the size and shape of gel balls, the magazines gel blasters use can typically hold around 200 shots, with drum mags exceeding 1,000 shots. A typical half-length Nerf blaster magazine holds around 15 to 20 shots in comparison. The most common type of Nerf blaster is a manual springer, like the ZWQ S100 here. Every time you want to fire the blaster, you cock it similar to a shotgun. The most common type of gel blaster, on the other hand, actually works pretty much the same way, but a motor automates this process for you, so all you have to do is pull the trigger. This custom gel blaster here is capable of shooting 30 rounds per second on full auto. At the end of the barrel, a Nerf blaster uses rifling to impart sideways spin on the dart, to help with accuracy similar to a real bullet. A gel blaster, on the other hand, uses a hop up at the end of the barrel, which puts back spin on the gel to flatten the trajectory and extend its range. At a distance of 30 meters, here's how the Nerf blaster shoots. At 30 meters, the Nerf blaster shot a grouping of 25 centimeters wide and 60 centimeters tall, enough to hit the torso of an enemy player every single time, with the 60 centimeter vertical spread being largely due to variations in velocity that could be tidied up with modification. You could easily get the Nerf blaster to around a 25 by 25 centimeter grouping, just like the Swin Balance V2 that I tested last week. But now let's try 30 shots from a gel blaster to show you what you'd get from 1 second of holding down the trigger. I'll use 5 round bursts though, because they're easier to see than full auto is. At 30 meters, the gel blaster had 24 shots land within view of the camera. The other 6 shots curved left or right and were too far out of frame to see. Despite the greater precision of the Nerf blaster, I have to say a gel blaster definitely has the edge at 30 meters due to the sheer volume of fire. From experience, when using your Nerf blaster this close range against a gel blaster, the best you can usually hope for is a trade with your opponent, unless they don't see you. But now let's step back to 40 meters with the Nerf blaster.
Hit. 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 Hit.
At 40 meters, the Nerf blaster shot a grouping of around 50 centimeters wide and 90 centimeters tall. So most shots at 40 meters would still hit an enemy player. Now how about the gel blaster? At 40 meters with the gel blaster, 10 shots went right of the target, 10 shots went left of the target out of frame, and only 10 went in the middle, actually on or near the target. The hit rate of the gel blaster has dropped significantly compared to 30 meters, which I think brings Nerf and gel equal at this distance. Keep in mind though that the gel blaster could lay down suppressive fire while moving closer to the target. Finally, let's head back to 50 meters with the Nerf blaster.
Hit. Hit. Just short. Just short. And I think that was a final hit on the target.
At 50 meters, the Nerf blaster shot a grouping about 60 centimeters wide and 1.5 meters tall. You would still have a high likelihood of hitting a player at this range with the Nerf blaster, but it wouldn't be a guaranteed hit from this far away. But now let's discuss the gel blaster. At 50 meters with the gel blaster, no matter how high I aimed or how many shots I fired, I couldn't get a single shot to actually reach the target. At most, the gels were dropping just short at around 45 meters. The Nerf blaster could actually hit the target semi-reliably, while the gel blaster couldn't reach it at all. So beyond around 45 meters, the Nerf blaster is better than the gel blaster. And as a side note, the Nerf blaster can actually shoot to a maximum range of about 65 meters if you aim high enough with no trees above you. So in summary, at 30 meters, the gel blaster is better simply due to the volume of fire it can put out. At 40 meters, I say they're probably both about equal, and then at 50 meters, the Nerf blaster is an easy win, because the gel balls aren't even making it that far. A final difference between Nerf and gel ball that's a really important one is how governments around the world treat them. As far as I'm aware, Nerf is legal everywhere in the world, and there should be a group nearby to where you live that meets regularly in a public park or even on a private field, like I do here. Here in Australia, gel blasters are only legal in 2 states, Queensland and South Australia, with South Australia requiring registration and a license to own them. You can also use a very limited number of gel blasters in Victoria and Tasmania, depending on whether they look like a toy or not. For example, the Gel Storm Blaster is allowed in Victoria and Tasmania. Looking outside of Australia, I do know for a fact that gel blasters are completely illegal in both China and Singapore, which also happen to be the best producers of all of the hobby-grade Nerf stuff. So because gel ball is banned there, you get this. I hope this video has helped highlight the differences between gel blasters and Nerf blasters, and hopefully explained why I like to use gel blasters sometimes, and why I like to use Nerf blasters sometimes when I want more of a sniper role. If you've enjoyed this video, click on my profile icon to subscribe, and also here's 2 other videos on the left-hand side that you might find interesting. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.